So Mandir and politics, that seems to be going hand in hand in the meltdown team that is taking place within the opposition right after the Shankaracharya, which decimated the temple incomplete excuse that was being made by the opposition. Now it seems that the opposition is at it again. Digvijay Singh now seems to be raising a fresh storm, claiming that Ram Mandir has been made 4 kilometers away from the actual Janam Bhoomi. Now, that is the latest claim that has now been made by the opposition party leaders, because time and again we have been looking at several of those claims right after in the build-up to the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha that has been happening. And one after the other, how those claims have been busted. And in a way, when it comes to the question of the president not being invited, then why is the president not inaugurating the Mandir? Then talking about why in such a haste this consecration ceremony is taking place. Another objection that was raised that Shankaracharyas are not coming because the Mandir is incomplete. All of these claims are now being decimated one after the other. But there is another claim that has now been made, and this time by Digvijay Singh of the Congress party, who seems to now say that the actual temple has been made 4 kilometers away from the Janam Bhoomi. Remember, this is the entire Janam Bhoomi complex where this Mandir that has been built, and the work and the construction work that is still taking place. Of course, it is going to be a Bhavya Ram Mandir in the coming years, but the main Garbhgriha or the Sanctum Sanctorum, which is already completed, and that is exactly where the Pran Pratishtha will be taking place. That is where the installation of Ram Lalla's idol that will be taking place. And to that, we are looking at the objections that have been raised by the party leaders, because some within the Congress have been there to Ayodhya, have been there for as far as the other ceremonies for Makar Sankranti is also concerned. But time and again, when it comes to the top leadership, who has denied to be and declined rather not to be a part of the consecration ceremony. This is yet another claim that has now been made by the Congress party leader. But even as the Ram Bhakts, who are now eagerly awaiting the completion of the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, there is a sand artist from Odisha who have created the Ram Mandir on sand. Let's give you that report. Shivani has filed this report. Let's take a look at it.
Preparations for the Pran Pratishtha ceremony are on, and the devotees wait for the complete look of the Ram Mandir. We get you the exclusive model of the sand prepared by the artists from Orissa, who have come all the way to Ayodhya to celebrate the consecration ceremony. These are the exclusive pictures of the sand model of Ram Mandir that has been created on the banks of Saryu River by the artists from Ayodhya. This is a 25 feet long sand model of the Ram Mandir. This is around 7.5 feet tall, and the artists from Orissa, Narayan Sahu and Om Prakash Bari, they have been toiling since past few days to prepare this sand structure, this sand model of Ram Mandir before the consecration ceremony, and the work goes on despite the winds around the banks of Saryu, despite the chilling weather conditions. And this is the beautiful model made of sand of Ram Mandir. So this is the Bhavya Ram Mandir model, which you can see, which is being prepared on the banks of Saryu River. This is Guptar Ghat, where this model work is going on. And you can see the finest details of the Ram Mandir have been now made very clear and evident on this sand model. This is a task that has been taken by these artists. We'll talk to these artists who are here from Ayodhya. Sir, Narayan sir, आपसे बात करना चाहेंगे. नमस्कार, टाइम्स नेटवर्क पर आपका स्वागत है. बहुत ही खूबसूरत और भव्य लग रहा है ये राम मंदिर. आपको किस चीज ने प्रेरित किया कि आप यहाँ तक चले आए और आप इस तरह से बना रहे हैं?
एक्चुअली हमारे देश में राम मंदिर बन रहा है. ये तो पूरा देशवासियों को खुशी महसूस हो रहा है, और हमारे लिए गर्व की बात यह है कि अयोध्या में राम मंदिर बना और हम लोग को सैंड में बनाने का एक मौका मिला. तो बहुत ही यहाँ पे आके हम लोग एंजॉय महसूस कर रहे हैं और बहुत खुशी भी महसूस कर रहे हैं कि हमको.
तो ये जो सैंड है वो आपने कैसे अरेंज किया? कितना सैंड इसमें लग रहा है? कितनी मेहनत का ये काम?
हमारा जो गोबनन कंपनी है, उन्होंने सब सारे अरेंज करके दिए. तो हम लोग को अभी ये 3 से 4 दिन तक टाइम लगा बनाने के लिए. ये कम से कम 25 टन सैंड और वाटर में यूज किया हुआ है.
Focus is the Ram Mandir, the politics, the rituals and more. And one by one, the planks of criticism of Pran Pratishtha by the opposition are falling apart. After Shankaracharya Sadanand Saraswati countered most of INDIA bloc's arguments. Now several seers have come out strongly to oppose the argument that Pran Pratishtha is being done in a temple that is not fully constructed yet. Endorsing the ceremony, they say that when the Pran Pratishtha ceremony at the Somnath temple in Gujarat was done, it was far from complete and asserted rather that the exercise in Ayodhya is in line with the scriptures. Now Mahant Narayanan Giri of Dudeshwar Mandir has said that it was unfortunate that some people were raising an issue over the same.
हमारे भारतवर्ष के लिए 500 वर्ष का संघर्ष के बाद भव्य और दिव्य मंदिर बन रहा है। भारत का इतिहास है कि 51 में जो है अपना सोमनाथ मंदिर का कलश को वहाँ पर जो है भगवान वो जो है स्थापना किया था और 14 साल के बाद 1965 में वहाँ पर जो है वो कलश सभा मंडप और ध्वजा वगैरह उसकी चढ़ाई गई थी। कि देखिए अभी बहुत शुभ घड़ी है, बहुत शुभ मुहूर्त में ये भगवान जो है वहाँ पर राम जी वहाँ स्थापित होने जा रहे हैं और पूरा देश में ये इतना वर्षों के बाद हमें आनंद का खुशी की आई है। तो निश्चित रूप से किसी भी गुरु मूर्ति को विरोध न करते हुए सभी को मोदी जी का समर्थन करना चाहिए।
In fact, spiritual leader Devaki Nandan Thakur has also claimed that the Somnath ceremony had taken place in 1951 when even its sanctum sanctorum was not fully complete. The sanctum sanctorum of the Ayodhya temple is ready and so is its first floor.
भगवान श्री राम 22 जनवरी को पधार रहे हैं। हम सभी सनातनियों के लिए सौभाग्य का विषय है, पर कुछ लोग इशू बना रहे हैं। प्रवास तीर्थ दर्शन सोमनाथ, ये जब सोमनाथ मंदिर का ट्रस्ट है उन्होंने ये किताब लिखी है और उसमें उन्होंने बताया है कि जब पटेल साहब ने मंदिर बनाने का संकल्प लिया था और मंदिर बनवाने के लिए सरदार भाई पटेल साहब उन्होंने जब मंदिर बनवाया तो तब तो गर्भगृह भी पूर्णतः बन के तैयार नहीं था जब प्राण प्रतिष्ठा हुई थी। अब तो गर्भगृह भी तैयार है, प्रथम तल जो है एक मंजिल जो है वो भी तैयार है।
And at least 2 of the 4 Shankaracharyas have claimed that it was wrong to consecrate when the temple is still under construction, and their statements have been used by the Congress and company to bolster their attacks. But they are either being selective or ignorant of the fact. The Somnath precedent has been cited in the Prabhas Tirath Darshan Somnath by J.D. Parmar. It details that this great monument was built in stages. Consequently, the Shivling's Pran Pratishtha happened as soon as the Garbhagriha was constructed. In fact, the temple was only fully completed 14 years later and dedicated to the nation only 44 years later.
1951 में प्राण प्रतिष्ठा देश के हमारे प्रथम महामहिम राष्ट्रपति आदरणीय श्री राजेंद्र बाबूजी के द्वारा हुई सोमनाथ भगवान की। उसके बाद 1965 में जाकर के कलश स्थापित हुआ जो शिखर पर होता है मंदिरों के। तो ऐसे लोग उसको पुस्तक को पढ़ें, दर्शन करें, वहां देखें। केवल विरोध के लिए विरोध करना है ऐसी मस्तिष्क बना रखे हैं, ये नहीं होना चाहिए।
आज कुछ लोग बहुत भ्रामक प्रचार कर रहे हैं, गलत कर रहे हैं कि रामलला का जो मंदिर बन रहा है, बन चुका है और प्राण प्रतिष्ठा हो रही है, उसके संबंध में तरह तरह की चर्चाएं लोग कर रहे हैं। मैं याद दिलाना चाहता हूं कि जिस समय सोमनाथ मंदिर की प्राण प्रतिष्ठा हुई थी उस समय गर्भगृह भी नहीं बन पाया था और शिखर भी नहीं बन पाया था। आज तो भगवान का भव्य दिव्य गर्भगृह बन के तैयार है और शिखर भी बन के तैयार है कि अगर मोदी जी न होते तो आज ये मंदिर का निर्माण और भगवान अपने गर्भगृह में नहीं जा पाते।